So I struggle with shoeboxes sometimes because I feel like I want to send everything that the child could possibly need, if that makes sense. I'll explain in more detail in just a second. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If not, welcome back. Either way, be sure to click the subscribe button below. Love to have more people here. My name's Katie, and this is going to be a video about Operation Christmas Child Shoeboxes. Now, I have noticed that, and especially for girl 10 to 14, but for a lot of the age groups, I want to include everything possible to ensure that they get what they need, if that makes sense. So for example, school supplies are very important to me. Soap is very important to me to include. And then I also want to include like an entire school uniform, a soccer ball, a tennis ball, a notebook, a water bottle, toothbrushes. For girls, reusable pads for everyone, underwear, a pair of socks, a pair of shoes, a carrying bag, a coloring kit, an educational toy, and a fun toy or two. Now, you literally cannot fit that all in a shoebox. And honestly, all that stuff that I just mentioned, I think you would probably need more than 2 shoeboxes to include all that. So the struggle that I have is trying to figure out my give and take and what I'm willing to take out of each shoebox versus what I feel I need to include in each shoebox. I'm going to be showing you specifically a girl 10 to 14 box and just showing you what I put in the shoebox and what I had to take out, what I would have liked to put in, and just let me know if there are things that you maybe would have included differently or done the same. Or also if you struggle with trying to put everything possible in a shoebox. I also try to find a balance of practical versus fun, which I do struggle with. Like I mentioned, including all of those practical things is something that I really want to do, like clothes and shoes and school kits. But at the same time, I do think it's important for them to get some fun items because it is a gift and kids do like getting toys literally all over the world. Now, definition of toy might be a little bit different, but I'm sure kids, I know kids, like to have something to play with, whether it's a ball or some other type of toy. And so just let me know what you think about this, if this is something that you struggle with, and take a look at my box and leave your thoughts. All right, so before I show you the shoebox, we're just gonna take a little look at my new bearded dragon. I had a bearded dragon who lived to be 8 years old and then sadly died. So we have this new one. His name is Wally. There's a little number on his chest because we got him from a breeder. Yes, there are bearded dragon breeders. And so his number is 9. He was just like, you know, that one that we chose. So he's just chilling out there in the background while we do this video. So for girl 10 to 14, I have a difficult time with the line between being practical and fun. So for this box, we're going to talk about the things that I managed to fit inside of this box. It is super full. Good luck to the people who have to go through it and then repack it because it's going to be very difficult. Everything that you're seeing obviously did fit in here, but it took a lot of work. Okay, so like always, and something that I don't compromise on is a school kit. That does include a notebook. Unfortunately, it gets really bendy. I could maybe include a smaller notebook, but I feel like you need more space when you're a little bit older, and then some little stickers in there. This is my school kit that I normally always include. The only thing missing from here is scissors, which hopefully wouldn't take up too much space. Here we have a little wallet. It has a little narwhal, I think that's what they're called, and then it has you know, a little horn. Inside of it, I put first aid stuff. So we've got Band-Aids, we've got a couple of alcohol wipes. I really only wanted to put some really flat things in there because otherwise it's gonna get too puffy and take up a lot of space. This also appears to be removable, and you can unhook it, and they could carry this around separately if they wanted. This was an awesome find at Walmart, normally $12, and I got it for $1. I have a tennis ball because I do like to do things that they can do physical play with. 2 toothbrushes, which I always do put in. I mean, I guess I could switch to 1, but I like doing the 2. I've got 2 bars of soap because I've mentioned in previous videos, especially the video where I talk about my favorite things to include in OCC boxes this year. Bars of soap are important just from a hygienic perspective. It is a thing that can actually like literally save lives, just having access to water and soap to wash your hands with. This I got from Walmart in a haul. It is just a cute little dry erase board. Even if it doesn't go to an English-speaking country, I mean, that's just one word. I think it's fine. Someone can tell them what it means. And it has 2 little magnets on it as well. Now, yes, it does have magnets on the back, but I don't think that they need to hang it up anywhere magnetically. I think that they could just set this down somewhere and write themselves some notes on it. It came with a dry erase marker. This I got from Dollar Tree. It is a cup, and I really like that it fits this way in the shoebox and you don't have to go this way. This is a great space saver, and then I did stuff the cup with stuff. Honestly, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this stuff back in there because it was so difficult to get in. But this is one of those hairbrushes that, you know, you open it up, it puffs out, has a little mirror. Then we had the whistle. And then I have in here, it's a little bit of a first aid kit and a little bit of a sewing kit. So I did include some of these little sewing things that I got off of Amazon. And then I have the chapstick, a pair of nail clippers, and a pair of tweezers, which I've shown a bunch before in my videos. And then in this one, it's just some hair ties. I have 2 scrunchies, 5 regular hair ties, and 5 little hair clips. So I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Here we have a pair of shoes, or flip-flops. Now I really I'm trying to include these more. These I did get from Target, so they are an actual, like, you know, brand. They were $5, and then I got them on sale for $1.50. Now obviously flip-flops aren't the best. I would love to include a full pair of shoes in here, but as you see, like, it was difficult enough for me to fit these little flip-flops in there. They are a size 6, so that should be able to work for 10 to 14. I have a difficult time with shoe sizes for 10 to 14. But they don't bend easily like the cheap ones at the dollar store. Yes, like these do pop out, but they pop out on mine as well. And I'm able to wear my flip-flops for quite a while. So something that covers the foot can actually be very important. This is just a little coloring book I found at the dollar store. I think it was Dollar Tree. And I like this better than the packets that I was putting in before, just because I do include an entire set of colored pencils with my school kit, so they can use the colored pencils to do this. I don't need to, the other ones include crayons, just 4 kind of cheapish crayons, which I'm not the biggest fan of, and then some sticker sheets. So I really like this. I'm going to stock up on more of those. Now I do need to put a wet bag in here. Unfortunately, I have to add something else in this box. But 10 to 14, I do like to put 2 reusable pads. So here's the second one. This one honestly is like kind of big. I might just go with 2 of these because I do have more of these. But anyway, I do like to put 2 in there. I figure it can at least get them through a school day. 1 pair of socks. Sometimes I put in 2. Sometimes I put in 1. I mean, you can't wear the socks with the flip-flops, but maybe they have something else. Or just like, you know, wearing them when they're sleeping if their feet get cold. I've got a pair of underwear. Now, actually, I do need to put a second pair of underwear in here because this is a size 14, so the older end of the box. But I would like to put in a size 12 for like the middle end of the box. This is a nice carrying bag. Now, it did come nice and folded up like this, which I super appreciate because carrying bags can take up a lot of space in the bottom of a box. So I'm going to order more of these where they come nice and folded up like that, nice and compact. And I know they're good quality because I've opened them up and I've used them myself. I put 1 washcloth for a space saver, but I do like to include a washcloth kind of for reasons mentioned earlier as far as soap and hygiene. It can just prevent a lot of diseases. And then I have a t-shirt. Now, I've mentioned before on other videos that I have done a lot of reading about uniforms being required for schools in a lot of countries. Obviously, in the United States, only if you're like a private school. But this is for public schools in other countries. They sometimes require a uniform. White is the most common color I found being a requirement when I looked up online. Last year my box went to Malawi, who they don't seem to have a color requirement, in Honduras, which do require a white colored shirt. This is a girl size 10 to 12, 14. So it would definitely be, you know, perfect for this box. I hope that it can keep a child in school. I think a shirt is very important to have, even though it's not like the cute kind. I hope that they would be happy with that shirt. Now, I do, like I mentioned, I mean, I have some concerns about fun things versus practical things. I just feel like girl 10 to 14, I really am just big on practical things, because there's so many practical things that they need, like school supplies. I'm not willing to compromise on those. Now, if my box had more room, I would love to include these other things that I have over here that I had to take out, which was an extra washcloth, a real sewing kit, but I put those little ones in there as you see, a hat or an umbrella. I think can be super important. Not a lot of people have access to those. Just a cute little nail thing, a deodorant, there's just not room, a crank flashlight, just not room. Same thing with my spoon and fork, this little board, but I have the dry erase board, so that is actually better than this little Etch-a-Sketch board, or not Etch-a-Sketch, whatever. It's Etch-a-Sketch brand, but it's, I forgot what those are called. But anyway, I hope this is good. I don't know if I'm gonna send this. Also, ideally, I would include like a soccer ball and or a stuffed animal, but honestly, there's just not enough space in the box. So I'm trying to do the best I can with what I have, and hopefully, you know, just as I learn and grow, my boxes will get better and go to the best kid.